Like Verstappen has more potential. Like, Ricardo's at his maximum. That's the best that he is. He's not going to get any better.
I heard that.
And that Ricardo versus this Verstappen right now, he's better, but
I disagree.
Verstappen has that potential.
Yeah, no, I heard that, but I disagree. We just need to touch on the Chinese Grand Prix.
You just love you.
We gotta just touch on it.
Just love you. Never give me time to prepare. You just love squeeze.
Bro, you watched it. You prepared. You watched it.
What's that to say?
What's it say?
You want to know who won?
No, we know that Hamilton won the Grand Prix. I want to talk about team orders. Ramone.
Everybody has team orders.
That's cool. You say that. I want to talk about team orders. Ferrari. Why are they scuffering Leclerc? What are you doing?
Listen, for me, I said it at the time, I'll say it again, I think they made the right call, man. Alright, so obviously, for those who don't know, at the time, obviously, Ferrari were going, Vettel was ahead of Leclerc on pole, had a better qualifier and finished ahead of Leclerc. And then Leclerc overtook Vettel during the race, in the start of the race, and was ahead for a little while. But Hamilton and Bottas were just gone clear. They were gone clear. And Ferrari at that point had to make a decision. They had to say, do we just let Leclerc try and go for it, even though lap by lap he was losing time against Mercedes.
Yeah.
Or as Vettel did have a slightly better qualifying, had been better pretty much during the weekend. Leclerc weren't as he was in Bahrain. Do they say, you know what, let's just give Vettel a chance here, let him go and try and catch him, because as they can say at the moment it's not working, and it's not China's 56 laps, so it's not as long as some of the others, so you don't have that much time to try and gain.
You say that, but all the tracks are designed to be kind of
certain
similar. But what at the stage that they had, they had to make a decision. It got to the point where they couldn't leave it any longer because they're getting down and down and down, and Red Bull weren't too far behind them. Even though I don't think they were too bothered about where Red Bull was. You could tell by the decision that they made. And so they had to make a decision, and they chose to go with Vettel and say, listen, need you to go in front of Leclerc and try and make up some time.
All right, I don't have an issue with that. You said that all teams have team orders, but then look at last season with Mercedes. Now they let them to race up until the point where it was clear that Hamilton was the kind of the front runner and it was him versus Vettel. So therefore the team comes first. But at the point where both cars are, equal, points are equal kind of thing, you let them race. Same thing they did with Rosberg and Hamilton, etc. If I remember, there was a race last year actually that Bottas was behind Vettel. They said
Wait, what?
Bottas was behind Vettel in the race last year, and Hamilton's like, I'm faster, and to catch Vettel. So they said, Bottas, move over, let Hamilton go. If he can't pass him in like a certain amount, I think he's going to let you back through one lap before the end. Now, obviously, it was very late in the race, so all the stops are done, everything like that. It would just try and catch Vettel. If you can't do it, let Bottas through. So that was a team order, but it was obviously to the benefit of the team if he can do it. If he can't, then you go back to where you were, because it's not fair that you've just moved over and he hasn't taken advantage of it. Leclerc moved over for Vettel to take advantage. Vettel was 1 second behind Leclerc pretty much throughout the whole stint. By the time Vettel then pitted, he was about 1 second ahead of Leclerc. So he didn't take advantage of him moving in front either. But what happened then was that Verstappen pitted, which would have undercut to do the undercut. Therefore, they had to pit one of the two. They pit Vettel because he was in front. But my argument was that they should have let Leclerc back in front already, because it was clear that Vettel was never going to catch the Mercedes. So I don't understand what's going on. There's two out of 3 races now where Leclerc's been, obviously he had the track position at the time, and they've allowed Vettel to keep it. For what reason, I don't know.
Well, first of all, first of all teams have team orders, like I said, and those are Mercedes team orders. Like you said, last season, at the start of the season, it's every man for themselves at Mercedes. And then at a point, if X driver is, say, 70 points ahead of Y's driver, you become the main man, you're going to win championship, you're going to get us the most points. You will be, the one that we will support during the races. But at the start of the season, give it, say, the first 5 races, every man for themselves. That's cool. That's their team orders. That doesn't mean it has to be everyone else's team orders. Whereas with Ferrari are... It's not even like it's arguable. Ferrari are the biggest team in F1. You could say they are the motorsport. Like, they are the Formula 1. And they haven't won a championship in years. So they're coming from a position that we need to win a championship. And put aside the championship, they haven't won a constructors in years. Mercedes have won like the last 4 in a row. If they win this one, they'll make it 5 in a row. Record. So no one's even coming close to Mercedes right now. So they're coming from a position where they're saying, we need to win. Vettel's their number 1 driver. This is Leclerc's first season with Ferrari. He's obviously coming as backup. Not backup, but second driver. He's coming as second driver. He knows that. And as Ferrari said, any 50-50 decisions will be given in the way of Vettel, because one, he's the number 1 driver, and he has 4 titles under his name. He has the experience of going a whole season. He's been there and done it. Whether he's good enough to do it or not is not even in the question. He has the experience. Leclerc don't have the experience, so you can't put that faith in him. Yeah, the first 3 races you could say he's been better than Vettel, but that's 3 races out of 21 or 22. How many races that they've got to do? And in this particular race, there wasn't much to choose from between the two. And if you have to back one, you say, well, right now we have to back Vettel, because the next 17 races, Vettel might just be much better than Leclerc. And then on race 3, we've backed Leclerc, and that could have cost him an extra, 2, 3, 5 points, whatever it may be. You just don't know. But for now, you have to back your better driver. Yeah, it's been 3 races, but you have to back Vettel. You have to.
Fair enough.
And also, as well on that, I think, they could have gone with Leclerc and could have been even worse when Vettel had to fight off Verstappen. Some say, can Vettel still do it in a one-on-one racing with another driver, or would he bottle under pressure? I mean, well, this time it was Verstappen. Verstappen had the pace; he was right up there, and even Vettel said afterwards, he said, "I saw him coming. I knew he was going to try and jump in front, so I just waited and let him go and went round him, because I knew he's so eager to get in front, because that's how he is as a driver. He's so eager that sometimes he's a bit rash kind of thing, goes in front, and his experience led him to just say, okay, go on, try and get in front of me and I'll just go around you and you lock up, sort of thing. And maybe, had that been Leclerc, and maybe in a different situation, then we could be sitting here and Ferrari wouldn't even be on pole this weekend.
On the podium.
Podium this weekend.
I mean, it could have. It could have, but or if Leclerc had stayed in front, then if we're going to go by mathematics, he would have been far enough ahead of Verstappen and wouldn't have to fight, because him having to drop back, Vettel then having to take over. That's 1 second difference already in terms of the lap times versus Verstappen. But as Carl said, I hear what you're saying. I just don't have faith. I'm not Ferrari now. I'm not. But the man has had everything on his plate since he joined Ferrari. Not saying he's had the car. I wouldn't say that. But he's had everything given to him. Raikkonen was his donkey, doing his dirty work. So much time. Like, even last season...
Raikkonen's trash.
No, you say it wrong. Raikkonen's a solid driver.
Guy's a mid-table driver.
But he's solid. He'll get the position that he should get, and he won't really do much more than that. He won't get extra out of the car like Hamilton has, like even Vettel has in the past. But we got rid of Raikkonen and got in Leclerc to do his donkey work. But the reality is, Leclerc is hungry. I was thinking back to, as you were talking, Hamilton, his first season at McLaren, when he joined. Obviously, Alonso was the 2-time winner from Renault. He was at McLaren, and he was like, because I think it was a British team, and obviously Hamilton's British, he felt they were giving Hamilton preferential treatment. And in the end, that's why he left. But Hamilton showed that even in that season where he should have won the World Championship, and if it wasn't for a team strategy error in China, incidentally, he would have won the championship, but he didn't. But he showed that if you put the faith in the guy who you might say is racing better, is the better driver, or you're going to call it, maybe not the most experienced, then you can get the fruits of that work. Now, Hamilton showed that. Look at Verstappen at Red Bull. No, they haven't won a championship, but he's gone in as the lesser experience of the two versus Ricciardo. But he showed that he is the faster driver. Now, I know it's only...
Are you being serious?
Verstappen over Ricciardo.
Yeah.
You don't think Verstappen's better than Ricciardo?
No.
Oh, come on!
No.
What?
I don't think he's better than Ricciardo.
No.
I don't think he's better.
No.
I think
he's a faster driver.
He's
He's faster.
I think he can be better than Ricciardo.
He's not. No, he's not.
He's faster.
No.
Oh, come on, guys.
No.
Come on, guys.
No.
I don't think he's a better driver than Ricciardo.
Ricciardo's a bit more experienced. Okay, there's instances where Verstappen will crash into someone because he's trying to get to the... Yeah. But in terms of raw speed, I'm saying he's quicker.
I can't agree to that.
He is.
I can't.
Oh, I don't believe it.
I can't agree.
But that's why Verstappen's there, Ricciardo's not.
No,
So why have they got rid of Ricciardo? You tell me why they got rid of Ricciardo?
His time was up, isn't it?
Because he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
Yeah, I don't disagree that Verstappen may become better.
But even last season it was better. I'm sure he must have finished higher in the thing. Probably got more, or definitely got more podiums. I think he got even a race win, or possibly two.
Red Bull want to improve. Well, obviously, I know they had their era where they won 4 titles with Vettel, but they want to get back to that level of glory.
So they use the best driver.
So no, it's not. It's kind of like the same in football. Like you have people that have potential. Like Verstappen has more potential. Like Ricciardo's at his maximum. That's the best that he is. He's not going to get any better.
I heard that.
And that Ricciardo versus this Verstappen right now, he's better. But
I disagree.
Verstappen has that potential.
Yeah, no, I heard that, but I disagree. But even last year, Verstappen showed. I don't have.
But who got more points?
No, I don't have it in front of me. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%
It
sure.
was Ricciardo.
You sure?
Yeah.
But who got more podiums? Who got more race wins? All of that, like, yes, Verstappen crashed out some races because of his inexperience. But as a racer, for me, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that it's shown in the past, I might just take Hamilton as the example, that when you give the person who is maybe the young up-and-coming or who is faster at the time in that season, maybe only 3 races in, cool, whatever, then there can be fruits at the end of it. Vettel's had how many years at Ferrari now? This must be his 4th year.
Yeah.
And he ain't even looked close at winning the championship.
He did last year. After that first half.
Yeah,
first half. Yeah, that's half.
But he said he didn't look close. He did look close last season. At one point, he did look.
At one point, at what stage is close and not close? Halfway in.
That's said that not any. Did he not look? But I'm saying that at a point he did look close. Last season, and the back of your head, did you not think, boy, Vettel's going to actually push Hamilton to this title? He actually could win this.
Okay. 2 races in, before, the last 5 laps of Bahrain, LeClerc looked close to winning the championship. I mean, at what point is he...
We're not talking...
But I'm saying, at what point is close or not close? I'm saying halfway, the man fell apart after that. It's like a team goes 19 games, the top of the table. But it's a long season. You got to get to the last 5 races and you're still in that title race. My man fell off after. But cool, whatever. But man ain't won nothing in 4 years at Ferrari. And I just think that...
No, it's 3.
He ain't won nothing.
He may win this.
He ain't nothing at 3 at Ferrari. I just think that they need to let Leclerc race, man. Just let him race.
Leclerc's time will come, man. Leclerc's time will come. I think... And listen... Maybe if he won in Bahrain, And obviously that was no fault of his own. But maybe if he won in Bahrain, maybe would have given an opportunity. We don't know. But as I said, on that weekend in particular, he wasn't. No, but on that weekend, even if you take that weekend in particular, LeClerc wasn't as fast as Vettel was in China. So maybe they're basing it purely on that weekend, or as Carl said, he's coming as a second driver. He's maybe getting that 1 year of experience in Ferrari to be the second driver, and then maybe next year, maybe the year they say, "Listen, you've had your experience, and now it's time to blow. Now we want to give you number one spot."
Personally, I think that if Vettel don't win, I don't see him. The guys
don't win. Sorry, don't win what?
The championship
this year. Yeah,
this year. He's gone.
Can't see him staying.
No, I can't see him staying. And personally, I think that they would grab Max from Red Bull. And then they will just let LeClerc and Max just race it out. Week on week. Just literally full on just race it out. Week on week. They won't get them a title either. Both of them too inexperienced. But that's what I see happening.
If they get the right car, Max can win a title. But a lot of it comes down to whether Hamilton's on it or not in it. Obviously his car is important, but yeah, if he's on it then it's gonna be difficult. But man's top of the championship so far. At the moment...
Wait, is he actually?
Yeah, by 6 points. Because he's won 2 races now. And yeah, Bottas won 1.
But the one that he finished, where did he finish?
Second.
Oh.
Yeah. So Mercedes have got 3 1-2s already. Okay. And so, yeah. It's looking a bit peak for Ferrari, but it's a very long season, isn't it? So we shall see.